is time. It is time to brew your best beer.
The 2016 SJPorr Challenge is dedicated to your friend and ours, Paul Wickstein. Brought to you by Brewcraft USA, iMake, Gladfield Malting, Yakima Valley Hops, The Grain Bill, Brewers Exchange, Keg Kingdom Homebrew Supply, Hiraki Homebrew, and a special thanks to our silver sponsors.
Welcome back, ladies and gents. Here we go. Last couple on the SJPorr Challenge for the US and Canada Finals. I'm sitting with 96Q-95F-56T. This is a English dark mild brewed with Colombian coffee and rye malt. Fermented with 1968 yeast, which I imagine is an English strain, but I didn't look it up beforehand. Should have. My apologies. Original gravity 1044, final gravity 1012, ABV 4.2. So I've taken this right out of the fridge. I'm going to start out with the tasting and everything. I've got to get this one done pretty quickly as far as my video is concerned, but then I'm going to sit and really let this warm up, make sure I get anything and everything in this beer. So let's get a little pour on this. A nice, clear, dark brown, it seems. Let's get a little bit more aggressive with the pour. Really nice looking beer coming out of the bottle. We'll stop right there. And it still looks really nice. It is a dark, dark brown. Not black though. You can definitely see on the edges of the glass, you can definitely see brownish hues, ruby hues. And it looks really clear. So nice looking beer. Really solidly dark. It's got kind of an off-white khaki head on top. Not a whole lot of head on it, but I did pour it pretty lightly. I didn't pour it very aggressively. So once I drink it down a little bit, I'll see if I can work up a little bit more head on this beer. It is a little cold. Like I said, I'm going to make sure that I let it warm up a bit, especially for kind of the style. A lot of times it's better. The milds and the English styles are a little bit better, warmer. Oh, I get a nice, really nice kind of bready, biscuity malt nose on it, with an undertone of some coffee. I think there's only a hint of the coffee on the nose. And I think there's kind of a roastiness that's kind of combined with that coffee that have gelled really well into a final kind of back note on the nose. It smells really inviting though. I can smell almost kind of a hint of a caramel sweetness. Don't pick up anything from the rye malt. I imagine the rye malt's probably more just for body than anything else. Maybe just, oh, I spilled it. Bring up the malt complexity, I don't know. But really nice nose. I like it. Let's get into this. Cheers. Admittedly, I have not had a lot of milds, so I'm not going to try to really talk to style. A lot of these, I'm not talking to style that much anyway. This isn't necessarily a style-specific competition. It's really more a, hey, do the aspects of this beer fit with this beer? So carbonation levels, yeah, you can talk about style a little bit, but it's more how those things fit the beer itself, because we're not going, you know, parameters of, ooh, I'm going to get myself in trouble with my jacket. So, I'm not going to try and be an expert on milds. Great tasting beer. It's got kind of a medium to light mouthfeel. Carbonation's low. Low to medium, say it's probably closer to the low end, but I actually like that for some of the English styles. And for this beer in particular, I kind of like it really light. Right up front, you've got kind of the toast, biscuity malt profile. Hold on, I'm gonna take this off. I don't want the powers that be to get mad at me. Ooh, I don't know about that one either. So no, I'm liking it. It's got some nice toasty notes, but they're subdued, excuse me, the few English beers that I have had, some of the styles are meant to be just not muted profiles, but nothing's supposed to like punch you in the face, and that's exactly what this is. They're really nice, like roasty undertones to this beer that aren't hitting you in the face. You get a little bit of the coffee towards the back end of the palate, but nothing's coming forward and being very, very pronounced, which is actually not a bad thing at all. I get kind of the coffee almost on the roof of my mouth a little bit. When you bring your tongue up to the roof of your mouth, you can almost get a flavor profile when you're kind of... It's nice, I like it. But yeah, this is still very flavorful without being pronounced. Or any one thing being pronounced. There's an ever so slight astringency from maybe some of the darker malts. But it's really not off-putting. I mean, it's there, but it's not bad. And for this beer, actually, in general, for this beer particularly, I actually kind of like it. It gives it kind of a unique kind of finish along with that coffee. It's almost like that ties in the back end with the coffee on that lingers on your palate. It's a little bit of the astringency and just a hint of the coffee flavor that you get with drinking coffee anyway. So I don't know if that actually came from the coffee or the malts, the darker malts that were used. Possibly a pH thing in the mash. But it's not offensive at all. I actually kind of like it. I will be really interested to see how this evolves as it warms up. I think I'll get a little bit more roasty notes out of it. You get just a hint of caramel, just a twinge of maybe vanilla, toffee. So a lot of the traditional descriptors of a darker beer, but they're all light and they all combine really well together. So I'm enjoying this. I'm going to go hang out with this for a while, score it, get my scores uploaded finally. But cheers to the brewer. Again, this is 96Q-95F-56T. I'm liking this a lot. Cheers and good luck in the competition. We'll see you on the last one.